Hey y'all, Orlando here. Got a little something interesting today I thought we'd give a try. Got this from a buddy of mine on one of the boards I'm on out of Alaska. He hooked me up with this, so thought I'd do a nice little review of it today. What we have is a menu number 1, beef stroganoff with noodles, meal cold weather. That's from the Warnick Company, and as we all know, Warnick is very big on not dating their products on the outside. So, has no outside markings, so we won't know the actual date of this until we get into it. So, let's take a look and see what we find. Alrighty, peelable seal work. So let's dump it out here. Okay. Well, first thing we see on top is the fig bar. And 5338, so this is a 2015 production, because based on this menu, it's got to be recent. And with the 5 in there, that means it was done at the end of 2015, probably a 2016 sale. So, let's see what else we got here. All right, fig bar, the peanut butter dessert bar. Even says meal cold weather 5337. So, got that. Got an orange beverage base powder, chocolate dairy shake powder, of course our lovely spoon, and our freeze-dried beef stroganoff with noodles. Kind of hard to read there. But as you can tell, it is Mountain House. Still good and hard, which means that's going to be in very good shape. It says add 16 ounces hot water, 3/4 of a canteen cup to pouch, stir, wait 10 minutes. Hot water may be added in stages to keep food hot. All right, now what's really good about these is the meal cold weather and the long range patrol rations are pretty much identical except for the drink mixes and the accessory packs. The accessory pack and the long range patrol rations come with 2 of the Waldorf toilet paper instead of 1. So let's see what all we have in this accessory pack. All right, got of course our matches. Got some Tabasco. All right. Coffee Instant Type 3 freeze dried. Moist towelette. Creamer for the coffee. The sugar. Some white chewing gum. I prefer the red package, the cinnamon, but the white's okay. And of course our Waldorf paper. So let's start getting this put together. See what we have for lunch. Right, so normally what we would do is open up our pouch, pour the water in, and then seal it back up. But I've dealt with these before and I've actually found a better method. I have my nice little kit here. Some of y'all may recognize this from some of my other videos. Lovely little cook kit. And we're going to use my trusty Gerber here. Oh, listen to that hiss. All right, now let's get this open. Then what we're going to do we're going to take our 16 ounces of water, which I've got nice and preheated right here. And we're going to dump this in there. As you can see, that's coming out some nice big chunky pieces. see the noodles in there. All right, that's nice and done. Now, just need to give it a real quick stir. Now, one thing I noticed on this is a different type of plastic covering for the spoon. They normally have like a more elastic type deal. This is more like an actual condiment package, I guess is the best way to put it. So it's kind of unusual. I like that. All right, so give this a bit of a good stir. Cover it. And now we wait 10 minutes. Okay, so while we wait on the other to work, let's mix us up some beverages. Start with the coffee. We have 6 ounces of hot water. Add in the coffee granules. The crema. And the sugar. Stir that up real quick. All right. Have to let some of those lumps dissolve. We'll give that a few moments. All right. Next, we're going to do the chocolate dairy shake powder. Now it says to add 6 ounces of water, close zipper, shake for about 60 seconds. So we have 6 ounces of water in our canteen cup here. Pull the top off. Got it open. Now let's pour. Little bit of spillage, but not much. All right, let's close our zipper. All right, feels good and closed. I'm gonna fold it once to make sure. All right, let that set for a minute while it thickens. Meanwhile, we got another 12 ounces of water here with our canteen cup. To which we will add our orange beverage base powder. Get all of my trash together. Alrighty. Now let's mix this up real quick. Still feels kind of gritty at the bottom, so we'll let that set a minute. Give our coffee another quick stir here, get some of these lumps out. All right. And go back to shaking our dairy shake. All right, now let's see if we can get everything plated out. We should have everything good to go now. All right, so we gave it about 15 minutes to give everything time to rehydrate. With these freeze-dried items, you sometimes want to do that. It gives it a little bit of time. We went ahead and poured our chocolate dairy shake powder into the cup here. It still looks kind of watery. Not what you really think of when you think milkshake, but we'll see how it does out. Of course, we've got our orange beverage base in our coffee. The last two things in here have our peanut butter dessert bar. Still in pretty good shape, only a little bit smushed. And we have our fig bar. Now the fig bar, that thing's pretty much two big solid fig Newtons. One of them looks kind of broken up in there, as you can see, so I'm only going to pull one of these out. All right, there we go. All right, we got our Tabasco sauce for the seasoning if we'd want it. So, let's start with the beverages. The orange beverage base powder. Definitely has a smell of oranges when you go to pick it up, but tastes kind of weak. And it feels like it hasn't fully hydrated in the bottom there. So let's stir that and give it another minute. We'll come back to it. So let's give our coffee a try here. Coffee type 3 tastes just like every other packet I've ever had. So we're going to do things a little bit backwards here. The fig bar. As you can tell, it didn't really survive travels that much, but still looks good and edible. It's still real soft and moist. Good fig flavor. Nice sweetness with a hint of tartness. You can feel the fig seeds. That little bit of a crunch. All in all, really good. All right, our peanut butter dessert bar, just to find out how it tastes. It's got nuts in it. Got a creamy peanut butter taste for sure. A little bit of greasiness left on the tongue after you get done, but nice good bit of sweetness. I've had the mocha dessert bars before, which I absolutely love. I haven't had the peanut butter bar before. It's interesting. It's not going to beat out the mocha bar as my favorite, though. I'll tell you that right now. It's good, but I like the mocha better. All right, let's try our chocolate dairy shake, see how it did. Wow. Definitely a lot thicker. Tastes like pretty much a melted milkshake. It's actually very good. Texture-wise, it kind of reminds me of like those Carnation Instant Breakfast or a Muscle Milk type protein drink. It has that kind of texture to it, but it doesn't have that aftertaste that you get from like the protein drinks. It does have a good chocolatey flavor, not really overwhelming. Like I say, it kind of tastes like a melted milkshake, so very impressed with that. All right. Let's go back to our orange beverage here and give it a second try. Because that first one was really weak, but I can still feel a lot of sandiness at the bottom, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah, that was much better. You get a smell of orange really, really strong. The flavor, not as much. It does have an orangish flavor, but it's still kind of like a cross between Gatorade and Tang. It doesn't really have a strong orange flavor, but it's enough to let you know it's there. So, not too bad. If If I was thirsty, definitely would quench my thirst. All right, so our stroganoff has thickened up really nice. A Gundog has done this stroganoff before, but he had some of the freeze-dried sour cream to mix in with it, which looked really awesome. I don't have that, so we're going to try it just by itself and see how it does. Good, creamy, mushroomy flavor. The noodles still have some toothiness to them. They're not really just falling apart like you normally find. Real meaty flavor from the chunk of meat that I got. I am getting a good mushroom flavor coming through. A hint of sour cream, that little bit of dairy sourness at the end that's really making it just kind of pop. So, all in all, that rehydrated really well, and it is really good. I actually like the Oregon freeze-dried beef stroganoff. It is one of my favorite freeze-dried entrees. This does not fail. But it can always use a little Tabasco. See a few of them red dots in there. Ha ha ha. Mix it in a little bit. Try a little bit of the spicy version. Oh yeah. See, that after a nice hike or sitting by a fire warming up with that coffee, that would be a really good meal. So, all right, folks. So this right here was a 2015 Meal Cold Weather Menu #1 Beef Stroganoff. Not a big fan of the orange drink, but it's definitely drinkable. Dairy Shake was really good. I'm surprised. The coffee, it was the usual MRE coffee. Fig bar still had that freshness to it, so it was good. Peanut butter dessert bar was all right. Not one of my favorites, but I'd still eat it. But the stroganoff, tell you right now, this ain't going to last the next 10 minutes. It's going to be the rest of my lunch, and it's going to be good. So, all right, folks, that's Orlando. That's the menu. I'm going to get to eating. Y'all have a good one.